Thank you, sir. So here's some of the tools we're using in the seminar this weekend. This is a number 4 smoothing plane, a little just 101 or 102 block plane, also Lee Nielsen, and any block plane will do. Skew rabbit plane, and this is the right-hand model, which is used for right-handers. Tools, we've got a Diston number 15, coping saw with Pegase blades. These seem to use, this is a Type Mark, this is made here in California. This is what we're using to install the hinges. This is a small router plane. This one's from Lee Nielsen. Here we have a dovetail saw. This is a typical 10-inch dovetail saw, 15 point per inch. This is the Lee Nielsen version. This is a 12-ounce hammer. This is good for adjusting stuff, adjusting tools. We're using a 16-ounce hammer for driving the nails. We're using Ed's 16-ounce hammer for driving nails. Got only 2 chisels for the whole project. 1/2-inch chisel, bevel edge chisel for getting inside dovetails, 1/4-inch bevel edge chisel for getting inside the skinny dovetails. These are both socket chisels. These are also Lee Nielsen's. Looks like I'm selling for Lee Nielsen, but I'm not. And then a little Goodell Pratt egg beater drill, also called a hand drill. And this is what we use to drill all the holes in the weekend. And these are available on eBay. This is a vintage one. Yeah. And so here's Ed's poor 16-ounce hammer. Let's hope next time he fixes this head. Poor. You're also going to see a screwdriver. So this is, we're putting in all the hardware. This is just has a ground gunsmith bits so that we can get those hinges in and the screws in without damaging them. A 6-inch combination square, 1 pair of dividers, and a little dovetail gauge. This was made by a friend of mine, but they're made by a variety of people. So that's pretty much in the middle and the corner. And I'm going to do half the number of strokes that I was doing in the corner, and that's what creates the curve. So we'll do half of 12 is 6. So 6, 1, 2. So we're getting a much different shading from this. And this one's I'll take a little heavier. It'll make it easier to cut. So once I'm satisfied, now I'm going to punch in and I'm going to draw it out, and I think you'll see how this works. So I'm starting on the end of the tail and punching in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't do anything here. I can't punch in, right? So I lift up and then I just walk back across the board, starting from the other side of that monster tail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I push forward gently and I'm nibbling back and blowing off the line so I can see the line. I'm starting. Make sure I'm not crossing my baseline back there. You always have to get warmed up a little bit. And then the waist should just pop free like that. So actually, so I can go in the baseline and I can chop directly. The other thing that will allow you to chop for hours on end without should give it much better. So things are moving better. Tight I like them to be. I like a tight fit. You can go for a looser fit and by snugging up closer to the baseline, but it's like this a little bit.
Yes.
So I think we'll need to do a little remedial work on it, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna need to sit down and figure out